Hello, everyone, and welcome to A Balancing Act, the podcast devoted to helping families navigate memory loss and dementia. I'm Kelly Burtonshaw. Let's get started. In nearly all the memory care communities I have worked in over the years, families often ask about improving their visits with their loved one. And sometimes, after some difficult visits, family members can wonder if it's even a good idea to visit at all. And those difficult experiences can lead to strain in the relationship with their loved one and even alienation. I understand. Even on their best days, connecting with a loved one in these middle to later stages of dementia can be challenging. My job is to help you make your visits as best they can be, because I want you to know that visiting a loved one in memory care is one of the most valuable things you can do for both the family and your loved one. Your time and presence can provide emotional support, keep them engaged, and bring them a sense of belonging, all of which promotes their overall quality of life. You will walk away with a renewed sense of security that your loved one is being cared for and that they're safe. As for those difficult visits, believe me, I know how hard it is to walk through a memory care door and keep trying. But don't give up or give up hope, because my goals today are to help you set expectations that help you meet your loved one in the moment, how to effectively plan your visits, and to share activities that benefit you both. Now, I want to guide you through some realistic expectations around visiting a loved one in memory care. It's easy to visit hoping to see glimpses of your loved one before dementia, just as it's easy to forget that your loved one has no control over what is happening to them. Those in memory care are there because of advancing dementia, often to the middle and late stages. Here's a great resource. I have posted on our Facebook page a chart outlining the 7 stages of dementia, the changes you may likely experience in your loved one as their abilities and needs change. Learning all you can about the type and stage of your loved one's dementia will help you understand what you can safely expect and what you shouldn't expect when you visit. I've posted our Facebook link in today's show notes. Be sure and share that link with other family members and your loved one's friends too, so they can check out the chart as well. As for when to visit, in all memory care settings, there is a routine. Routines are vital to helping your loved one have a better sense of where they are and what's happening. So your best first move is to know that daily routine and the scheduled activities, because coming at a bad time of day or just dropping in can sometimes wreak havoc on their routine and their moods and behaviors. It really helps if you can talk with the facility nurse and the care team ahead of time to schedule your visits around their routine. Next, consider the number of people coming along on your visits. More than 1 or 2 persons at a time demands a lot of attention, concentration, and communication stores your loved one is probably losing. And yes, these abilities will continue to decline, so keep ongoing discussions with the staff ahead of time for what they recommend in terms of the number of visitors. Finally, consider the duration of your visit. When you once could have spent hours with your loved one, it may now be diminishing down to half an hour or less. Again, it places too high a demand on their diminishing abilities. Watch carefully for signs that your loved one may be getting fatigued, shutting down, distracted, or irritated. The signs will be there, and they will let you know when your loved one is likely done. If you can't already tell, the memory care nursing and staff are gold mines of information when it comes to the changes they see in your loved one and what your loved one is able to tolerate. The caregivers are there with your loved one 24 hours a day. They know the best times of day for your loved one, what your loved one shows interest in, and what can agitate them. When you visit, it's only a snapshot of the changes your loved one is going through. So keep asking questions to find out all you can about what they're seeing with your loved one. Next, always bring something of great interest to your loved one. Communication is a real challenge for most persons in memory care. To come and expect to chat, have a conversation, or to have your loved one answer questions about how they are doing will most likely not happen. When you bring something of high interest to them, they have a context and just one thing to focus on. For example, if your father loved golf and you bring pictures of him playing with friends and family, or even bring his old golf clubs, he's more likely to feel at ease about maybe talking about them. If your mom loved to bake and you bring a pile of her recipes to organize, if you bring your dad's baseball cards, you pull out your mom's jewelry box, well, you get the picture. So you've planned the time of day and something of special interest for your loved one. Now let's talk about where you have your visit. Setting the stage for your time together is very important. With middle to later stage dementia, such as you will find in memory care, sensory overload comes very easily. The more you can control the lights, the sound, the smells of the environment for your visit, the better. Try to move away from common areas, activity, and noise. Find a comfortable, warm, and quiet place to be with your loved one. Now, if that's out on the patio, in their room, or in a separate dining room, do all you can to limit distractions and make them comfortable. Another thing to consider, if the nurse agrees it is something your loved one can tolerate, is just to take a little field trip. Take your loved one to an art museum, flower gardens, or sit by a lake. Go for a walk in a beautiful, peaceful area. Art, nature, and beauty are wonderful, calming sensory experiences. And if a short day trip is just not manageable for your loved one, there are probably hundreds of YouTube videos with scenes of nature and quiet, calming music. And don't forget the benefits of gardening. To prevent sensory overload, setting the scene is key to a pleasant visit. A lot of families ask me about games and hobbies their loved one was once fond of, and if they can try those. Now, if your loved one is in the middle stage of dementia, they may still have the ability to play simple games or to participate in crafts. Here are the only two rules that really matter when selecting an activity. Make sure it is frustration and failure-free. This is about enjoying the process of the activity, not winning or getting it right. Some of the families I'm working with have come up with some great ideas. Jigsaw puzzles. I recommend larger piece puzzles, under 30 pieces total, and not visually busy. Other options include matching games, fill in the blank, hangman, making scrapbooks or photo albums, cleaning up their room, and even cooking. One memory care group I work with loves to make no-bake cookies and yogurt parfaits. And here's one that is always a favorite: pet visits. If your loved one loved their pets, bring yours, if, of course, they are vaccinated, well-trained, calm, and friendly. And believe this or not, I've even tried visits with baby goats and bunnies in memory care units. It's always a huge success. But whatever the activity, another way to keep it frustration and failure-free is reliant on your flexibility and adapting your communication during the activity. Before expecting your loved one can participate in an activity, give it a trial run and observe their reactions. If they seem to be shutting down, getting irritated, or looking confused, these are signs that you may need something simpler to do. When communicating during the activity, offer encouragement rather than instructions, give choices rather than answers, and avoid correcting them. You'll both enjoy any activity better if you communicate in ways that always facilitate your loved one's success. I want you to know, dear listeners, that I understand visiting a loved one in memory care can be daunting and emotionally draining. It is very hard to see a loved one declining. It can also bring up feelings of guilt for having had to move your loved one to memory care, especially when your loved one tells you they want to go home or asks why you are leaving them. This can be excruciating. First of all, it's okay to feel guilt. It is extremely common among families that have moved their loved one to a memory care setting. I want you to normalize what you're feeling by telling yourself, of course I feel some guilt because I love my mom. But the most important thing, even though it can be hard, is to not judge yourself. Stay focused on what you can make better. I will tell you there will be difficult visits ahead as your loved one's dementia progresses. This is when joining a group who knows exactly what you're going through becomes a lifeline. You may have that built-in group already in the same building. If your facility has a memory care family support group you can join, do. Or you can even start one yourself. Share this episode with any other families in your loved one's memory care setting whom you think may benefit. I am also available for group Zoom presentations. And please add me to your list of resources and your personal support team. Message me on Facebook with any questions or comments or to set up a chat. I am here to help, and I would love to hear from you. Together, we can make your visits with your loved one as frustration and failure-free as possible. And it always helps to remember, no one is perfect at this. No one. You're doing the best you can. You're doing it from a place of love. And that is enough. I'm Kelly Burtonshaw, and it was my pleasure spending time with you today. Please, keep in touch.
Hi, I'm Peggy Wright, editor and producer of this podcast. We know that juggling your loved one's care while trying to manage your own life can truly become a balancing act. We want to help you as you navigate this journey by offering our support. You can reach out to us anytime by going to our Facebook page to ask questions, leave comments for Kelly, or talk with her one-on-one by setting up a chat. The link is in the show notes. And you can find us on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. If you like what you hear, please take a moment to rate and review so we can continue to provide relevant content. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for listening today.